Hey folks, it's Lindsey Hollins with SPS back in the building over at a quiet Waverly High School, but it was raucous for the past few hours for the Capital Area All-Star Game, girls and boys, all because of one very hard-working man like the smooth duck going across the water, but feet are moving fast underneath, Mr. Mike Smith. My guy, how you feel?
I'm doing great, man. How you doing, Lindsey?
I'm doing wonderful, man. I got the call, man. I felt like the kids that got the call for the All-Star Game. Hey, man, we're doing it again. We got you. I said, all right, good. And we back here. You've been having success for several years, close to a decade plus, right?
Yeah, man. I've been doing this since 2013. It's fun every year.
Mm-hmm.
Kids make it fun. The crowd makes it fun. Um, just the whole community makes it fun. So as long as it stays a fun event and we get to celebrate these student athletes graduating, having good careers in high school, we're going to continue to have the All-Star Game.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many young people, male and female, when I say, how did it feel getting that call? And their eyes just light up. So you've been able to give them a memory along with having a high school career, but that's just something that's separate because everyone doesn't get that call. What did you feel like to be able to be the person to help give them that memory?
I mean, I want to make it special for them. You know, we give them T-shirts, we give them medals. We have sponsors that do things for them as well. So absolutely, you know, kids need to feel special, you know, especially when they have big time accomplishments. And graduating high school is one of the major accomplishments you can have in your life. So,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. How does it feel when you have a year from now to keep this on your mind, come in contact with people in the community? What's that build up like from now to a year from now when you do it again?
uh, it's it, it's exciting, you know, just seeing the different players that come in from year to year.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like I said, I get a lot of help now. I've been doing it a while, so I do get a lot of help from the schools. It's easier to get in contact with the coaches and the players. But man, I just have fun doing it. You know, it's becoming one of my passions. You know what I mean? I love putting this game on. I love talking to the kids. I just love having that connection with the community.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so that's where I'm at with that.
What is it like when you're out being Clark Kent, not Superman like you are today, and somebody sees you, recognize you, whether it's a parent or a player, and they comment on that? What's that like?
You know, to be quite honest with you, I don't get that a lot because you know I definitely try to stay under the radar with
Uh-huh.
this game personally.
Mm-hmm.
I like this All-Star game to be the All-Star game for the kids.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the reasons we still wear the school uniforms. That way we
Mm.
can promote the schools, we can keep it community. I'm not trying to, you know, promote my All-Star game or anything like that. I'm just trying to put on an event for the kids to come out here and have fun. And, you know, just like I say, make a community-based, fun, safe place where
Mm-hmm.
people can come, have a good time, watch a couple good games. This was a good facility, Waverly. I appreciate them having me this year, our first year here. So it's just a good time and it's fun all the way around.
That's great. Last thing I'll ask, uh, for the kids that want that call, what are some things that they can be working on now to put them in a position that they're one of the people that you want to make that phone call to, male or female?
Just work hard, be a good student first, you know, be a student athlete second, you know what I mean? Because the better you do in the class, it carries over to everything in your life. You know what I mean? So the athletics, that's just an extra, you know what I mean? And that's why I like to reward the kids, you know, for graduating, being good student athletes. Because like I said, the student part of that is probably the most important. And a lot of people lose sight of that.
Yeah,
So
they do. Well, you've been doing a great job, man. Any special shout outs you want to give before we let you go?
yeah, man, I want to, you know, give a shout out to my sponsors. I had Buffalo Wild Wings this year. We had One North Restaurant and Bar. They were one of our sponsors. We had Superior Color and Collision. They were one of our sponsors. And we also had Simon Window Siding and Roofing. That were one of our sponsors that helped make this event great for the kids. Thanks to you for coming
No
out,
problem, no problem.
giving the kids a great experience. My DJ Tate came out. We did a good job. I got my announcer, Charlie Fernie. Everybody who comes out and helps, man, just do a great job. Appreciate all the coaches that were here. We did have the girls and the boys coach from Waverly, Rod Watts and Sydney Drones. Considering this was the first year at Waverly,
Mm-hmm.
I did want to include
Mm-hmm.
Waverly High School in that. Also, Coach Watts was the Division I Coach of the Year for the Lansing State Journal. We
Mm-hmm.
also had Coach Dominic Schneider from Pewamo, Westphalia. He was the Division III Lansing State Journal Coach of the Year. So we actually had two State Journal Coaches of the Year coaching the boys game. And then we had in the girls game Also, Tim Wells came over from Lansing Eastern and he coached. So big shout out to those guys for coming out, giving their time, which they do all year. So that's much appreciated too.
Man, you got all-stars on the court, behind the scenes, all the way around, man. That's a great thing. Well, I'm privileged to be part of this. You continue to do a good job. And beyond the business, I appreciate our friendship too, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no doubt. With that being said, guys, this is Lindsey House with SPS, and we will see you next year. Peace.